What's good, people? Ashton Taylor Burns here. So in today's video it's going to be a bit different from the usual ones you've seen. So I'm sure you've seen the title and the thumbnail by now, and yes, that is true. The police did come to my house in regards to the videos that I posted like 6 months ago of me like climbing on the cranes in the buildings. So pretty much what's happened from there is I had to go speak to them and I got like a formal warning. So I've been banned from like climbing anything ever again, pretty much, unless I want to be charged in court, which I obviously don't want a criminal record. Posted some videos of me climbing on, like, you know, cranes, buildings, rooftops and so on, and pretty much what's happened is that just a random member of the public saw the video of me climbing on the crane, and they just happen to know the person who owns the company who like lends out all those cranes to the building site, so they showed it to him, and apparently he was just really pissed off, really mad, which is completely understandable, because you guys got to understand, if I fell off that crane, he would be responsible, even though obviously I'm the one who's climbing it. He would be held responsible, he'd be in a massive lawsuit and he'd be finished. So if you do happen to see this video, I really do apologize about that. You know, it is what it is. He saw the video and then he was mad, and rightfully so, and he reported to the police. So that's how the police got in contact with me, because obviously I'm uploading this on my personal channel. It's under my name. It's not exactly hard to track me down, right? So about a week ago, I get this phone call from my dad at like 2 PM on a Wednesday afternoon. He's just like, oh, there's a couple of cops here to come see you. I'm just like, oh, what for? And he just goes, oh, they're here to speak to you about apparently you climbing a crane or like a couple buildings or something. I was like, oh yeah. And then he said, oh yeah, since you're like working at the moment, they're just gonna come back and see you tomorrow. I was like, okay, sweet as. Then hung up the phone. No shit, literally a minute after I hung up the phone, I'm getting this phone call and it's from like a no caller ID number, right? So I'm like thinking, okay, this is probably the police. And before I get into the rest of the story, I just want to say, like, I'm obviously not going to be disclosing the cop's name for privacy reasons, so I'm just going to call him William in this case. So I get this phone call, pick it up, hello, Ashton speaking, and William just goes, hey, this is William here from the Wellington Police Department. We just want to speak to you in regards to the videos you posted online of you climbing on cranes, buildings and rooftops. And I was like, oh yeah, and he's like, oh, you're going to be free today? And I'm just like, oh, I'm actually not going to be free today because I'm working the rest of the day. He's like, oh, okay, well, just come by tomorrow and have a chat to us. We want to speak to you. I'm like, okay, sweet as. The next day rolls around, right, and I go and see the guy and I go sit down. He's just like, you know why you're here, right? And I said, yeah, for climbing on cranes and on rooftops and such. He's like, yep. And then he goes, yeah, so we've got enough evidence to arrest you right now, take you to court and charge you on multiple offences. And when he said that, I was just like, what the fuck? I legit thought I was finished, man. When he said that to me, I was like, I'm finished here. Like, I'm getting arrested, I'm going to court, I'm fucking finished. But thinking about it now, I'm pretty sure he just said it to scare me. Like, they obviously did have enough information to charge me, but I think he was just trying to scare me. And let me tell you, that scared the absolute fuck out of me when he said that to me. So I was just like, oh yeah, and then he's like, do you want me to read you your rights? I was like, yes please. So, you know, he starts going, oh, you have the right to remain silent, blah blah blah. And then he's like, oh, so we're gonna ask you a bunch of questions now about like this whole situation. You don't have to answer any of these if you don't want to. And also as well, I can call you a lawyer right now free of charge if you wish. And I just kind of stopped for a second. I was just like, I thought, like, should I call a lawyer? And I was just like, nah, fuck it, I'm just gonna tell him how it was. So he started asking me a bunch of questions, like, why'd you climb the cranes? Like, why'd you post this stuff online? What's the reason? Just all this, you know, 10 different questions he asked me. We had like a good chat for about 30 minutes. And honestly, I was just super honest up front, just told him how it was. Like, I literally got nothing to hide, man. I'm an open book. Like, what's the point in lying about it, you know? There's literally no point lying about it. I posted videos online of literally me committing crimes. Like, how can I just possibly lie about that, you know? All the evidence they want is right there on the videos. He definitely appreciated my honesty, because once, you know, in like a 30-minute conversation, and once the conversation was over, he was just like to me, oh, you know, I really appreciate the honesty. Like, 90% of the people in your situation, like, they lie through their teeth about all this stuff, and it's just so obvious. So it's real refreshing to see someone who just, you know, who's just straight up about it. I just said, oh, no worries, man, like, I'm an open book, and I'll literally tell you whatever you want to know. I just want to say, like, I just want to give a huge shout out to that cop for being just such a lovely man, like, super respectful, nice guy. Like, he was so nice about the whole situation, man. He was even saying, you know, I don't want to charge you, like, I really believe in second chances. I know, just like a young kid, I do not want to charge you, so I really do appreciate that. I mean, you're probably watching this right now, so if you are, thank you so much, man, I appreciate it. So he was even saying, like, he watched some of my other videos, because he was saying, oh, like, how's your brother's car, like, is it live-in road legal, and just like asking like some shit about the other videos I've posted, which is quite interesting. got the police watching my videos now, which didn't really want that to happen, but you know, is what it is. In terms of, I guess, the punishment for the whole situation, I did get a formal warning from the police, which I actually have right here. So I'm not going to show this in the video for privacy reasons. Obviously, I don't want to get in trouble, but I'll just like I'll just read like briefly what this says. On the 21st of the 6th, 2020, it is alleged that you entered a fenced-off construction site and climbed up a crane situated on the site. There is enough evidence to charge you with the following offences: unlawfully being in an enclosed yard, and burglary. On this occasion, a decision has been made to issue with a formal warning. You will not be charged and you will not be required to attend court. This formal warning letter will not result in a criminal conviction. However, this will be recorded and stored in police information systems if you offend again. It does suck, I'm not gonna lie, because I still did want to do like about 5 more climbs before I called it quits. I wanted to do a few more crane climbs and a few more rooftops. I had them lined up, but it just obviously didn't pan out like that. If you guys are wondering like, oh, where'd those videos go, I had to take them down. Like, he strongly advised I take the videos down. It wasn't me being forced to take them down, but he strongly recommended it. And he said like if I didn't, then like further action may be taken. Obviously, you know, I'm gonna take him down. Like, I'm not trying to get in trouble here, you know. I'm not a criminal, man. I'm just some kid from Tawa trying to live life to the fullest here. I'm definitely not a criminal. So I took him down, so you can't see him anymore. And you guys gotta understand, like, this is no surprise to me, like, what's happened. Even before I started posting these videos on YouTube and filming them, I was like fully aware of the consequences of my actions. Like, I knew doing this shit was illegal. I knew posting it on YouTube would get me in shit eventually. So it's not a surprise to me that this happened. The surprise to me is that it happened so soon. I thought that in a couple years time when my channel got bigger, that's when I'd get in trouble and I'd eventually get caught from the police. I didn't expect it to happen right now because, you know, at the point in time of filming this video, I only got 140 subs, right? And those like climbing videos only had like 100 views each. But I guess the thing is, it doesn't matter how many subs or how many views you're getting on YouTube. What matters is if the wrong person sees your video, you're fucked. And in this case, obviously the person who saw my video knew the guy who owned all the cranes and then reported to the cops, so I'm fucked, right? But like, I fully understood the consequences of doing these things even before I started doing the video, so it's no surprise to me at all. Like, this shit's illegal, man. I literally posted a video on YouTube of me jumping a fence into a building site and then going and climbing a crane. Like, it's fucked. I knew I could get charged with unlawfully being on property, right? Because literally, I'm not supposed to be in there. I'm jumping a fence into a construction site. It's fenced off. They obviously don't want people in there. There's signs everywhere, so I knew that. But the thing that kind of surprised me was he said I could get charged for burglary as well. Because my understanding of burglary was, you know, you break into somewhere and you steal shit, and that's what burglary is. But what the officer was telling me was that what I did would be considered burglary, right? Because of the fact that I jumped the fence into the yard, the fence is like closed off, so essentially I'm breaking into the place even though I just jumped the fence. But you know, that's just what the law is. So that was kind of new to me, which was quite interesting. Because I thought what I was doing was just unlawfully being on property and trespassing, but he said it's actually not trespassing. What trespassing is you go somewhere, you get trespassed, then it's if you go back and you get caught again, that's when you can get charged in court with trespassing. So that was kind of interesting learning about that, because I actually didn't know that was the case. He was also saying like he doesn't want people to get like influence from my videos and go out and start doing this shit themselves, because even though I said in the videos, you know, don't try this stuff at home, like this is like a stupid thing to do, don't try this, people will still go out and do it. Because if they see me climbing these cranes in New Zealand, right, because I'm pretty sure like, at least I haven't seen like very many people like climbing cranes, buildings and stuff in New Zealand, right? Like, I mean, all the people I've seen are in the UK, people like Ali Law, Nightscape, Dying Llama, right, all those kind of guys in the UK. That's what influenced me initially. Like, I've always wanted to do this kind of thing, but then seeing those guys do what they did over there, I'm like, fuck yeah, I can do this in New Zealand. So that influenced me, because even they say in their videos, you know, don't do this stuff, don't try this at home. But I still went out and did it, even though they told me to not do this stuff, right? So it's like, if people see my videos, they see it's possible in New Zealand, and even though I'm saying, oh, don't do it, there's still gonna be people that go out and try the shit, right? And they might not be as experienced as climbing as I am, and they might, you know, might make a mistake and fall off. And I don't want to find out, you know, some 15-year-old kid like watched my videos, went to go and climb a crane, then he fell off and then he died and lost his life because he got influenced from the shit I did, you know. I do not want that to happen. I would feel absolutely terrible if someone were to do something like that. I do not want to influence anyone to do this stuff. Doing this stuff is so dangerous, man. Like, it is fucking so dangerous. You make one mistake, you're fucking finished. You are done. the cop was saying like what I was doing was stupid and like why would you even do something like that, like you're putting your life in danger for no reason. And I completely agree with what he said. Like I've even said on those videos like what I'm doing is absolutely retarded. Like I would not recommend anyone do this. It is stupid, but I just wanted to do it, man. Like I have no regrets about what happened, man. Absolutely zero regrets. Like I've always wanted to do this shit, and fuck people, you only live once, you know. Honestly think like the cop like low-key fucked with what we did, eh? Because he was just saying like how high was that, and I was like, oh, like once you get to a certain point, you know, you can't really tell how high it is, but I think it was maybe about like 40 meters, and he was like, what the fuck, man, that's just ridiculous. He said he like watched the video and he said the view looks so nice. I was like, yeah, the view was insane, like even better in person, man. It's just legit ridiculous just being that high in the air and just kind of seeing that. I mean, that's pretty much what's been going on. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to climb anything ever again. I'm banned, you know. I got the formal warning and they let me go, and that was it. So you know, it is what it is, man. You know, like I said earlier, I have absolutely zero regrets, man. Zero regrets here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate all the support on the videos recently, and we'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.